Oh, you got water all over my thing.
I'm sorry. It
Gross.
was just right there.
Ruining my computer. Oh gosh. Welcome.
Is that already after we started?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We're doing really well today.
Getting
Welcome
back to it.
back to Ace Attorney.
We are here.
It's been weeks. We're back. Stuff happened, but we're back, and it doesn't matter.
Nope, we're here.
We're here with Apollo, our boy.
And a new trial.
New trial. I'm so excited for this
starting a new
trial.
one.
Because last time we watched the intro bit, which we'll see again.
Spoiler.
I'm very excited.
Sneaky peeky.
Cosmic turnabout.
That fits. Because we think it's with astronauts. So, cosmic.
Astronauts.
That makes sense.
Or cosmonauts, depending on if we're in Russia.
It's true.
What are Japanese astronauts? Time for Google.
Sushi nuts.
The courtroom bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. I talk very slowly.
I feel like they do talk.
They
way
talk
slower
so
than
slow.
they used to.
The incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in the dark age of the law. Mr. Wright brought it to our a resolution of sorts.
Oh yeah, the 3D.
Oh my gosh. Every time we forget. Oh, he's so
It's a
hideous.
little more jarring than normal.
Ted Tenate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing.
Okay.
Dot, 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 dot. If only it were that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think.
Dot dot dot.
That there's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows waiting. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred.
That is why I am now robot.
After all, I have got more than personal stakes in it. He has personal stakes.
Personal stakes that we do not know yet. We will find out. Maybe.
Well, I think he was defending for that case. But we also
Yes.
don't know what else is the deal.
Oh yeah, here's the little 2D pretty preview. Hi, the Wraith.
1 hour remaining until launch. Please begin your
Voice
final
acting.
equipment check.
Yeah, the 2D.
Check complete. Everything's A-okay.
Everything is
We're ready here whenever
A-okay.
you are.
Ready or whatever. Boom!
Actually, we weren't ready.
Wait, we weren't ready!
Come in at 2. Come in. Do you copy?
I have a feeling that everything's okay here was not real.
Yeah.
Something about it.
They weren't ready
Did
even a little bit.
did his patch say gyat?
Yeah. It could have. Because I know one of them is dead and one of them stabbed, I think.
I think the one that was helping the other one got stabbed. No, it says Gyaxa.
Gyexa?
Gyat.
Instead of NASA?
Oh, probably.
Gyexa?
Because I just looked up Japanese astronauts. They're called cosmonauts, taikonauts, or Yuhang Yuan. Whatever that means.
Hang you on?
Yuhang Yuan.
Okay. I won't
like
remember any
I
of
like
that.
taikonaut.
I
I
do
think
like the cosmonauts.
cosmonauts are cool. All right. I have to
Here
get
we
back into it.
go. How
Time-
can we read today?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be a mess. Just
We're
fair
sleep
warning.
deprived.
We're a little sleep deprived. Haven't read
Haven't read in a minute.
in a while. In this context,
Out,
at least.
out loud.
Yeah.
I've read a book.
Yeah, you've read words.
I've read words.
Time for another trial to begin. But this one is different. So this is the astronaut trial that I think the bombing took place at. I think we're
It's
back in
kind of
time.
funny that Apollo gets to be part of the astronaut one.
Oh, because Apollo.
Because Apollo.
Do you want to be this person?
I'm sorry to bother you, but...
Oh.
Oh, it's freaking
Girl
Daisy
face.
Girl again. Are you alright, Apollo?
Just right back into that
Yep.
girl voice. Her little buttons are like nuts. No, what are they called? Acorns.
Yeah.
It's cute. Ah, I was making a scary face just now.
Her scary
Was I?
braids freak me out.
Big pom
They
poms
look like
in
they
the end.
could kill a man.
Yeah, it's like a mace.
Yeah. Just grab her by her braids like
Whoopah.
Trunchbull and chuck her.
Yeah. Oh man, we were talking about that movie and like the chocolate cake scene, and everyone was like disgusted by it, and
Yeah.
I like want that chocolate
You
cake.
were like, oh, chocolate.
Like, it looks so good.
It does. It looks so good and absolutely horrendous at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my Chords of Steel exercises. Now I'm ready to go.
Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you would. You will just be fine.
We'll be just
fine.
fine.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna be really
We're doing
good.
Wonderful
Killing
already.
it.
Oh, I brought you a present from my garden. Here's a sunflower.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a lotus fruit.
That's right. My grandma says lotus fruit is good for your eyes.
Shove them in your eyes. It's a great idea.
She says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future. Is he gonna look into it and see something?
Maybe. What if he looks through it and he sees just Clavier at the other side of the room? He sees his future. I love lotus root. Have you ever had lotus root?
I don't think I have.
It's really good, like deep fried. I mean, everything.
Anything's good deep
Is.
fried.
Yeah.
It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and.
Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now.
Oh my! Just.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, don't-
Crunch. Kind of tough
Are
though.
you not supposed to eat it raw?
No.
Oh. You can't eat it raw, but thank you for the enthusiastic try.
I hate her.
She's so weird.
Oops. If she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I've got to calm down.
Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late. Hi, Thina. Junie, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it, you sly little thing, you. Ha ha. Thina, stop. Apollo's like, huh?
Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's about to start any second. Is everything all set? He's just completely oblivious.
He's so oblivious. This boy's very oblivious. Oh, Apollo, Apollo, when will you ever figure it out?
His true love is the law. Figure out what?
The law.
Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. That was a sigh?
Is it
Gonna
gonna be Phoenix? Oh,
Who the hell are you?
Conehead. Why does his head look like a rocket?
Hang. This is it. It's all over for me. He's like a man version of what's her
Emma.
bucket? Emma. They're gonna find me guilty. This is our client, one Mr. Solomon Saul Starbuck.
Starbuck.
That's nice.
Deep fried Mars bars. Ooh, that sounds good.
Deep fried anything. Oh, I want a Mars bar. The dude, we should have eaten before this.
I had a biscuit.
That doesn't count. It's not real food.
We'll be fine.
He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. The scene of the the scene.
We're getting back into it. Give us a minute, you guys.
The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. Were you allowed there?
That's really weird that they would just let them in a space station,
Yeah.
but okay.
It's for launching. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We asked about travel, and he'd launch. Ask about space travel, and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero.
100%. Now
He's
look
got-
at him. He's sad.
Red cone head. Or, you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder.
Mioda.
Thanks, but
I actually am. I would kill someone.
I actually killed someone. I was supposed to be in space right about now.
Why is he doing this?
He's so depressed. It almost seems like an act. Launch getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. Don't say that. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Besides, you just have to go into space again.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I just rotted away in a cell.
Clay, the one that died, probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
so
so cute. That makes
Clay
me
Terran, I
sad.
can't believe he was murdered. I mean, he was such a promising astronaut under your command.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh? I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down.
Oh my gosh. Is he just gonna do this the whole
Yeah, that's his whole
time?
bit.
Oh.
Clay's gone, and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now, and other space-related stuff.
Space debris, anything.
Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. Oh, what is it? What's with the yelling? What is that face? I'll get to the bottom of this today. You'll see.
Just like grabbing him, shaking him, and yelling, and just
I'll take care of it. I almost knocked over my water. That would have been really bad.
really bad.
And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you have lots of evidence?
What did you say?
Well, what? Well, we didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd have liked, thanks to the police.
Yeah, those police.
The cops. I'm done for. I'm
Mr.
a goner.
Fulbright. Ugh. Ugh.
I already thinks I did it. Though I was gonna soar like a comet. I thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite.
Is he gonna just do a bunch of space puns?
Yeah, it's just gonna be space stuff all day.
Sweet. All day.
I'm
every
cool
day.
with that. There's worse things.
That's true.
There's like the journalist. Everything's better than the journalist.
Everything's better than him. He was the worst.
No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going.
And what about you, Apollo?
What about me? That's a weird thing
Yeah.
to...
Just like all of a sudden, what about you?
What about you?
And I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend? Oh. Apollo.
That's so
That's so messed up.
Apollo, sweet baby.
Oh.
We need to focus on the trial
Okay.
right now. Are you all ready to go?
Apollo,
You need therapy.
you need therapy.
Call is about to begin. If you proceed to courtroom.
Okay, here we go.
This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose.
Yeah, because it was your best friend, I guess.
God damn. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer. That's so
That's super sad.
He became an astronaut.
Aw.
That's so depressing. Oh my gosh.
Courtroom number 4.
Numero 4. This is right before, it was before 10. That was weird.
Yes.
Never before 10.
I think
Why are
we've
we?
been- Are we on the other side?
No, we were against Buckethead McGee, emo man. I thought he wasn't about for a while.
No, he's
Yeah.
still about, I think.
But this is the past, right? I've gotten confused. Okay.
I'm also confused. Because I thought he wasn't till later too, but maybe that was just because I think that one's with Athena and Phoenix. And this is with Apollo.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I don't.
We'll figure it out.
I'm
We'll
confused.
figure out timeline.
Court is
Timeline
now in
doesn't make
session for the
sense.
trial of Solomon Starbuck.
Oh yeah, because he's got his eye patch.
So this is post-explosion?
So this is post-explosion now.
Okay.
So has he figured it out? Is this why he left?
Oh, they're going back into court because the one got interrupted by a bomb. Because they never finished it.
Oh, okay.
I understand now.
Okay, that does make
His little
sense.
emo. I like how he just has the eye patch, but like his arms were totally
Yeah,
fine.
it's
They
like
were all
my arms are
wrapped up
fine.
before.
My arms are good. It's just my eye patch now.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. Excuse me, Mr. Justice.
You have an eye patch over your eye.
Yes, Your Honor. You look really cool right now for some reason.
You look like a pirate.
What happened to your eye? It exploded?
It's not important.
I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor.
Fine.
The defense is ready.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty.
Oh, maybe it's not then. I'm so confused.
I'm very confused.
I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe he's entering a touchy age.
Tender age of 24.
24 years old. Very well. And the prosecution?
Blackwell, I'm not going to do anything.
Prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Silence.
You gonna say anything or?
Nope, he's just gonna stare. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Oh.
Oh, was he friends with him too? Is it his, like...
It's his son. It's all connected.
This was my son.
Could be.
Oh, he broke his chains.
Oh.
Again.
Now he's ready.
Now I'm ready.
Ugh!
The judge is scared of him.
Everyone's scared of him. He's terrifying.
The prosecution
He's also so silly.
is not ready.
My bird's back. Can
Well, it didn't take him long this time.
we electrocute him or? What's up with Blackwell?
Yeah, the judge is scared.
No, now then. I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
Dude,
Is
you're
Blackwell
switching it up on
actually
me.
going to give the opening statement?
Yeah. Blackwell's being weird.
Oh, he's been real weird.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
You will? What an unexpected surprise.
This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. Yeah, he's got some sort of connection.
I see. Something is off with the two of you today.
It's like you've switched places.
You both seem different somehow.
Body swapped!
Ah! It's like John Mulaney and what's his name? Pete Davidson.
Oh.
You've heard the body swap theory, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
body
it's
swap theory.
hilarious.
It's actually really funny.
Very well, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would.
It was just yesterday.
This is the first one we've gotten from him.
Yep. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. Oh, that's you.
The famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right? Astronomy.
Astronomy. It's astronomy. Ugh, so stupid.
It's a
Anyway,
dumb
a
judge.
rocket
Are you a
was...
Capricorn? Ugh. Makes sense.
Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch site, it exploded.
It imploded.
Imploded.
Uploaded.
There was some sort of explosion. 2 explosive devices were detonated and the launch was cancelled.
2? My word, 2 bombs? How dreadful.
The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck.
Oh, I like his 2D drawing.
His 2D drawing's
He looks
cute.
cool.
It's because you don't see the top of his head. His
Come
top of his head
on.
is stupid. For
Where-
whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in.
I want to know if he has like if the hair on top goes down in like a mohawk to the mullet, or if it's just like he has 2 spikes sticking out the back and on the top,
He's just like a
but
rocket.
he's bald otherwise.
He's just a rocket.
He is like a rocket. I didn't even think about
He's
that.
built like a rocket.
His rocket hair.
The rocket head.
Also, he looks like he's a priest with that cut.
Oh, just like the way they framed the
crop,
photo.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Solomon Starbuck.
Solomon
I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut?
Correct your boldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the HAT-1 rocket 7 years ago.
Hat one.
As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend.
I remember now. He's become something of
Oh,
an
yes, I know
international
about this.
celebrity, right?
Oh,
Oh, it does go all the way back. Or
why
at
is his
least
hair like that?
does in that photo.
Mankind's hope for the future. I've got to make it back alive. This is
Come
you
along
still.
on a captivating space odyssey that will take your breath away.
Oh, it's a movie. So it's not him, it's somebody playing
Oh,
him.
oh,
Okay.
oh, so they made him cooler looking.
Yep.
They even turned the incident into a movie and everything. We've got a real space pioneer in court today.
But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand.
Oh yes, your hands. I mean, the victim was
The fact that you're not wearing your chains anymore.
the victim was just a little baby. Was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant. It's a bummer to be named after 2 different Earth things.
Clay Terran.
Basically just
But
dirt,
I want
dirt.
to be in space.
My name is Dirt Dirt.
Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor.
Stabbed to death, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing?
Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so he was sent not into space, but to the universe, which we mortals cannot see.
All right, damn. Getting all poetic and
Okay.
junk. Clay. I've heard enough. The case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. However, there's one thing I'm curious about. It is not clear-cut at all. He's like, yeah, he stabbed him. When, like, there was an explosion, there was chaos, anything could have been happening.
Yeah. He could have been stabbed before the
Just 'cause-
explosion,
yeah.
during the explosion.
Just because
Something
they
could have,
found both of them
like,
together.
a projectile could have come and stabbed him.
We're constantly questioning this game and its logic. But it's never actually logical.
Yeah.
We expect this.
It's always chaos.
There is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand. So this is before the bomb. This is for-
is it before the
Yeah, because that was the box that was at the bomb, in the bomb courtroom. Which would make sense why the other guy probably bombed the rocket ship, which is why he was covering
Oh,
up.
so the Apollo wasn't injured on his eye
No.
in the explosion.
just has,
He
like, a
had
eye
something
infection.
happen before that he won't talk about.
He has like a pink eye situation.
That's what he says.
But he wrapped it in the most dramatic way
yeah,
possible.
he's like, I don't want to wear eye patch. I'm just gonna wrap it.
I'm gonna wrap it.
gonna
Make
wrap
it look, that way it'll blow in the wind all the time.
That way, when I'm dramatic and I run off into the sunset, it'll look very cool.
What purpose does it serve exactly?
Since you asked so nicely, it's your coffin.
Oh. Have mercy on me. It was a joke.
You are supposed to laugh. I jest. It's evidence.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Due to its immense size, which we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time,
Oh, okay. I feel like I just lost 50 years of my life.
which means you're dead.
Yeah.
Dude, that man is like 70. Oh. Does he even have 50 years left?
Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue.
Because I think if we look at his... do we have the judge when we
Oh.
look at people?
No.
Why don't we
weirdly.
get the judge? I swear the judge is like 70-something. Maybe 60. But he is older.
Phoenix aged a little.
He's 34.
Yeah, instead of 33, because he was 33 at the beginning.
23.
This guy's 33 also.
33. 28.
28. He is the male mentor anime age.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Enough jabbering.
Fulbright!
Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust.
I've missed him. Ah, Detective Fulbright. Very well then. Please explain the details of the incident to the court if you would.
On it. First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center.
Isn't it pretty?
Don't you like it? In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Here it
6F,
is.
5F.
Ah, here we are. Look at all these layers. It's like a cake. I wish I had cake.
Ooh, cake.
Cakey.
Fulbright's just our inner monologue.
Yeah.
Just like, ooh, cake. Wait a minute.
For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building, here we are.
It's pretty cool they use the same font we use for all our investigation stuff.
Take a look at this cross section. They only have one font ever that we, the police, have created. See the launch pad in the main building? The launch pad is the square building, and the round structure is the main building, right? Yeah. Oh, that was someone else.
Oh.
That's okay. You got it!
Like, yes.
The incident took place in Launch Pad 1 and in the main building's lounge. It's probably like Apollo or something asking.
Probably.
He's just mimicking Fulbright. It's fine.
It's like, haha, it's contagious.
I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easier to understand.
We can look. With the judge.
Oh, it was the judge. Okay. The judge was making fun of him.
It's like,
Ha
haha.
ha ha.
Space. Okay. Add to the court record.
Launchpad 1.
Thanks, Fulbright.
Witness testimony. He's a witness?
Yeah, he's always the first witness because he's the
he?
cop.
Is he always the first
Yeah,
witness?
he's always the first. The cop's always the one who like explains what happened, and that's usually the one who messes up the most. And we go, wait a minute, the facts aren't right.
The cops are wrong.
The cops are always wrong.
Okay.
The cops are dumb.
Details of the case. Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom! Boom!
Boom, boom.
Boom! Boom! One on the second floor of the Space Center's
Oh.
main building and one on Launch Pad 1.
Why the second floor? That's interesting.
Thankfully, only 2 astronauts were in Launch Pad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after they escaped, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Whatever. A murder on top of a bombing. Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct?
Yep. Thinking he'd sabotage the bombing, the defendant killed him right there in the rocket. Or so I think.
What?
I don't know.
But the bomb already happened.
Yeah. Just look at this tragic photo.
Oh.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's got... Why was he wearing that hat? And what's next to him? Oh my!
What is that next to him?
Is that a knife in the victim's chest? They look like priest collars also, for real.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. It's a knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get any prints off it, though, because the defendant was in his spacesuit.
Where's his glove?
Yeah, where is his glove?
There's so many details.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that photo.
No fingerprints. By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in the photograph?
We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor.
Oh, get his fingerprints and junk.
Well, I guess. I personally removed his glove during the investigation.
All right.
We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
Yep. Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this round thing?
It's like a jetpack.
The judge is us.
Yeah, the judge is like, what is this? Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad.
It's full of kittens.
A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples.
Oh.
While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case.
It's going to be like the
So
main
you
thing in
think-
this case.
Yeah. Can we open it? Can we see what's in it?
I see.
Are you sure it's actually samples?
Now that I know that he's just got like a pink eye problem, it's so funny.
Supposedly.
Maybe he got punched in the face.
Him and Clavier got into a fight.
So we know the bomb on the main building, was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in the launch pad 1 located?
Ha! That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently, the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram report into the record.
Explosion diagram.
It says soup flask.
Soup? What's soup flask?
The little bucket thing is a soup flask.
Oh, it's his mom's homemade soup.
He wanted to take it with him.
He knew he might get hungry.
The trials just started and we're already in a bind.
You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? What the 2 astronauts were doing during the bombing. That'll be the key. Why? They're making out. Macking on the ship.
Details of the case.
Alright, just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs. Boom, boom.
Ba-boom.
One on the second floor. One in launch pad 1. I want to know, like, why the second floor was important.
Hold it!
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives?
Huh? What are you talking about?
If the defendant really did plant the bomb on his own rocket, he'd get caught in the explosion as well. Oh, I haven't thought of that.
You guys are dumb.
You're so dumb.
Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive. Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia. He's scared of space.
Astrophobia, what's that? Pretty obvious.
A
Think
fear
about
of
it.
space, naturally. Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
He could have just easily been like,
Yeah.
I want to leave.
I don't want to go up there anymore.
Can I go home now?
Can I go home now? I've been turned into a cow.
Seriously. That's absurd.
Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these.
It's just aspirin.
Is it anxiety medication? Because
Yeah, you're going to space.
you're going to space.
That's scary.
Even if you were excited, you'd probably be nervous.
I used to have to take anxiety meds just to go to work. Like, it's not an abnormal thing. What are they?
Fulbright?
The Wraith is. It says, why would you join the space program if you have a phobia of it?
Exactly.
This is stupid.
These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possessions. Obviously, this makes sense. Apparently, he was taking them in secret to quell his fears. Yeah, why?
That's a normal thing. You take anxiety meds. You don't bomb the space station.
Be like, that would give you more anxiety.
Yeah.
That would
That'd
be a
way
better
more
thing
stressful.
of like, he was anxious about blowing up his rocket, and so
Yeah.
he had anxiety
So,
meds
yeah.
because of that. Not, yeah, he's scared of space.
But this is like saying, like, yeah, he was the one who bonked himself on the head. See, he had ibuprofen in his pocket. That's like the
He was
equivalent.
prepared.
He was ready.
He was ready to help with the pain afterwards.
Yeah, like that's
The
stupid.
self-inflicted pain. There were a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck wrote 7 years ago. Rumor had it threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
It just seems a lot easier to just leave instead of, bomb the
Yeah.
space station.
Yeah, you would think.
But that doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence. Silence.
I'm gonna stab my eyeball again. The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name now, could he?
He's making fun of Apollo's eye patch this time.
He's like,
He's like,
look at your eye. No, not after the media had branded him Sol Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire.
just retire.
Yeah. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away like some base mutt.
What? So that's why you think he resorted to the bombing? Seriously.
Yeah.
This is
Naturally,
incredibly...
he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the space center.
What's it called? It's incredibly...
Stupid?
Stupid, but what's it called when you, like...
Hypocritical?
No, in, like, a court case.
It's good.
They'd be like, objection, not hearsay. What's it called? Like... you're guessing too much. I can't think of the word.
Speculation?
Yeah, it's too speculative.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, this is totally
Speculative.
his motive.
Yeah. Dumb. Which would effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation. Okay. And so then he decided to kill someone because of it? That wouldn't spare his reputation.
I guess if the guy found out, and he was like, I'm gonna tell people.
Now I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal. Okay, Fulbright.
Thankfully,
Thank
only
you.
the 2 astronauts were in the launch pad.
At the same time.
Conjecture. That's what it is.
Ah.
Conjecture.
Conjecture.
Are you sure it was only the 2 of them?
It was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was only those 2.
Well, there could have been somebody else inside the rocket.
Silence.
Shut up.
You're wrong.
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd.
He could be related to...
Yeah, I could see it. I think they have the same eyes. Just his are bigger and his are smaller.
I just can't
Look
see
at like
his.
their eye color. Go over.
No, he's got like blue-gray. These are like big and brown.
You sure?
Look.
I guess.
But like,
I could see it.
I don't know. I feel it's not completely unlikely.
Because they're only a few years apart. So
Yeah.
I could see it.
Brothers. I've always wanted a brother.
Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are a precious few with clearance to do so.
A fingerprint.
A
A fingerprint recognition device. Sounds like as futuristic and complex as the Space Center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Take a look at this photo.
We used to do that on our iPhones.
Then they took it away from us.
Oh, it's so cute.
This is the door in the lounge with a fingerprint lock.
This is where the rocket is.
Can you tell? Because there's a rocket on the
There's
door.
we made sure you could see the rocket.
Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through.
It looks like that guy's hair.
It does.
I see. This is it is very different from what I had in mind. And is there a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday?
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos. He did it.
Yuri Cosmos.
That's a stupid name. He
That's
did it.
such like a I mean, it's just an Ace Attorney name, really.
Yeah, it's true.
But it reminds me of like a Captain Planet kind of name. Like, this is Captain Planet and his friend, Yuri Cosmos.
Yuri Cosmos. Yeah, I can see it.
Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it?
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28.
Yeah, but he could have set them.
Okay, yeah. Doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts. He wanted to put the
point.
whole space station under. He was getting ready to
Insurance money.
bankrupt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He has a point. I guess
don't
the
know.
director can't be considered a suspect then.
He could.
They
Just give it
defended
some
the
time.
Space Center director.
Give
Oh
it
yeah.
a day of investigation.
Anyone could be the murderer. The rocket could be the murderer.
The rocket did it.
Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it. So while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time.
Oh, that's true. If he'd been stabbed after they left the rocket space, it could have been anyone.
That's true.
Because they went into the
Yeah,
lounge.
the whole thing. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing.
Is there any chance Mr. Terran could have been killed before he boarded the rocket? What?
They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space.
Spice. And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed.
If I may continue my explanation, after the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue.
I feel like there'd be cameras around this place.
Yeah, for sure. There would definitely be cameras.
Like 100%. You're like a fancy space station. Give me one of those Rice Krispie treats. And who was the first to find the victim?
So loud.
The loudest.
Actually,
Food.
there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm.
Remember, she's the one who died in the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was a detective.
Yep, Detective Arm specializes in bombings, you see. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge.
Why was she there?
For fun. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant.
Two witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. I doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me. Apollo, you're dismissing things too quickly.
It's like he's trying to give us as little information as possible. That's true.
Maybe Prosecutor Blackwell's got his tongue.
Well, don't let that hold you back. Keep pressing until we get what we need.
Press him.
Press him further.
Hold it!
Boom, boom.
How powerful were the explosions?
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. But the room it went off was burned black. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Due in large part,
Except-
of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Why were you at the place? You can't get there that quick.
No, there's no way to run that fast.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright?
Ah ha ha! I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice. Of course I'd be there. I'll be there whenever and wherever people need my help. I go to the other side of the world or even the edge of the universe.
I'm not sure he knows how
Gonna
far
sweat
that
through your
actually is.
bandage. Hi, Claire.
Hey, Claire. Hello, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Raiders of the Lost.
Astronaut. What?
Oh. I was just looking at Apollo's dumb
Oh,
face.
okay.
But I guess I'll have that one alone. What? I'll leave that one alone.
Shakes his head. Admiral decision, Justice Stono. Huh? What do you decide? I wasn't paying attention.
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at the time?
That's the louder person.
Fulbright.
The bomb cut the power to the central bank of elevators and the third floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you.
Claire, you have to come to Vegas.
You gotta come.
You gotta come, because Alicia's coming this year.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm chewing a thing. It was
Oh,
a bad
still
choice.
It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup, so there are security cameras.
Yeah.
Why can't we see these?
And how did the evacuation go? Also, where was the suspect when they found the dead person?
Yeah, because
Was he passed out?
Yeah, because from what we could see in the little 2D thing at the beginning, he like passes
Yeah,
out.
they were both like on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm also not 100% convinced that he was the one who carried the young guy out. I think it was vice versa.
That could be very true.
I don't know.
Like, what's his face could have been super injured from the blast,
Yeah.
and then young dude, even though he was stabbed, could have like
Dragged him in.
out.
Or even if he wasn't stabbed yet.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
know.
True. That's true. He could have been exhausted too, and
Yeah,
they both could have
they've-
passed out.
they've
and
been
someone else
bombed.
could have come and just
Or what if he was like trying to kill the older guy? Whoever tried to kill him was trying to kill the older guy, but they both had their helmets on, and he thought it was that one, and it wasn't. We're so early in this game.
like he killed the wrong person.
Yeah, by accident.
Ooh. Yes. Yes, that would make sense.
It would make sense. That's you.
Yes.
Night
Night,
Claire.
Claire. I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter.
Basement.
The basic
Bas-
shelter.
the basic shelter.
The basic? Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center. For some reason.
Who knows?
An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is, at the bottom of the diagram.
Oh.
Shelter, B1.
B1.
I
It's
did
the
not
parking
see that
garage.
before. I feel like they
All the
just
stuff's
showed
in the
it to
way.
us. The Space Center is pretty impressive to have its own shelter. It's just in case the, like, rocket, probably something goes wrong. And it's gonna go boom. And they're like, quick, to the basement! So that they can be safe beneath ground.
Yes,
Just in case it goes.
I guess.
If that makes any sense.
I don't know. It seems weird to me. The power outage and the evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. He keeps
He's brushing
dismissing
stuff off.
things.
Yeah.
Guess I'll leave that aside for now.
Paula's having a rough go at this.
So there were 2 explosions in total, correct?
Athena might just like shove him to the side and be like, I'm taking over this one, bro.
Seriously.
You sit this one out.
You're way too close to this.
Yep, that's right. I mean, Athena has worked on stuff close to her, but she was
It's
more
true.
into
These
it.
lawyers should not be working on these cases.
No.
At all.
No, not even a little.
I think that pretty much covers the details of the case. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. If this is the truth, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out his crime. This crime. What little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice Dono, foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this.
A gander.
Look at this CD.
What is it?
Have you never seen a CD before?
It's a compact disc.
Cut footage from a security camera. You put it into your little DVD player.
Yeah. And it
then
plays
it plays
images
it
and
for you.
sounds.
It's not like a VHS. It's a little different.
It's
from that.
different.
As the 2 astronauts emerged from the bowels of the launch pad 1 corridor.
Bowels.
Bowels.
Bowel.
Oh, it's so cute.
See?
Yeah, I see no knife.
He's the one carrying the thing.
Yeah, there's no knife, friends.
There's no knife.
The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape. Now I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering, which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim.
But
You can't tell, they're both wearing their
they're both wearing helmets. The one carrying the other one is the one holding the jar
Yeah.
that they found next to the body.
Mhm.
And there's no knife.
No knife. See no knife.
What? What?
Oh,
What?
Fulbright just stands like a weirdo.
Fulbright is a weirdo.
He is.
Order, I say. This lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting. Should have known Black Quill would have had something like this ready.
Yeah, that's just how he works.
He's a butthole. Bungholio?
Bungholio. Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage? Exactly.
Ah, I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at this point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Tarrant was still alive here and then Mr. Starbuck was helping him? Why, I believe you're right. One man carrying the other is safe to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Silence. Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard.
Dotard?
Dotard.
I think dotard.
Dotard. Dotard. Dotarda. But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body.
What do you mean?
Okay. Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono, please, if you would.
You got it. Ready, kid? If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone could have stopped it. Spotted it. Spotted, stopped. Anyone can enter the lounge, after all. But doing it while they were alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color.
Yeah, but there was chaos. This is all conjecture. This is stupid.
Objection.
But you can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Yeah, wouldn't he have just, like, left him in the bomb?
Your assertion is based on emotion.
Assertion. Your ass is emotional.
It's based on the belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive.
There's not a knife in his chest?
Yeah.
Irk. Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic. But it sounded perfectly logical to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just assuming that he has bad intentions when he possibly could have good intentions?
Yeah.
Both are
wrong?
assumptions.
They're so dumb.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close. Objections? Well,
Hold it!
Athena's like, out of my way.
I have objections.
I have so many objections. Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup. I need to slap some sense into my partner here.
He just starts punching him.
Just give me a minute, okay?
Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need. What is it, Athena?
It's just, there's something that's been bothering me. Why are you wearing that on your face?
What the hell is wrong with your eyeball?
That isn't the defense stalling for time, as always. Very well, I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time. Yes! He's just like, you have 2 minutes.
Oh.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5 seconds!
It's so mean.
After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed and a verdict to be rendered.
You are the prosecution. You can't do that.
Your boldness, raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Is it gonna be a mini game?
Maybe. Ready? We don't have time.
We don't have time. Spit it out, Athena. Hey, 3 more seconds.
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete.
Meaning?
Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it unexplained.
Something they didn't explain? Something they didn't explain. You're right. I think I know what you're talking about.
They were saying this like in the really, really fast auction house
Yeah.
thing. That was
Like, why can't my brain work?
I don't know.
Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. I just, like, stalled.
Just rebooting.
Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you'd like to rebut?
Rebut.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. There's something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this court. Where the other astronaut was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you put it that way, what is that that the prosecution has failed to explain?
Yeah, why was the body moved? Why did they drag him? But also, because they kind of did the motive.
Yeah, the motive was, like, vague, but
yeah,
it was there.
It was vague, but it was there. But they didn't. Why would he drag the body?
Yeah. They failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble?
The trouble.
Why go to the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge? Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet. That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? Shouldn't astronauts have, like, numbers on their chest or something?
Yeah, some sort of like
Yeah,
identification.
some kind of
patch
call
thing,
sign or, yeah.
Their name.
The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong? Then let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice. Just hear your theory. The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him.
Blackwell's so scary.
Take away his weapons.
Fulbright, explain it to our sad friend here before I nod off on his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Space Boy moved the victims.
Space boy. Huh? They've got to be joking.
It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner.
Then why would he stab him?
Yeah. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera so there'd be a record. Why?
Do you know how hard it is to carry someone like that?
Really hard.
It's so hard.
Especially if they're dead weight.
Do they like fully limp?
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man.
I don't know what that was. One might carry another to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. You said that like 2 minutes ago.
The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds. Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames.
200 pounds isn't that much for a person to weigh.
Yeah, for a person to weigh.
Over 200
Oh
pounds.
my goodness gracious!
Heavens.
200!
I weigh 15.
I weigh 15, sopping wet.
Sobbing.
What a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
You see, yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up.
Ham.
Hammy.
John Ham.
Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion.
Objection!
Objection! The hell are you talking about?
What are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Yeah. Why were you hiding this from the court?
Yeah. Indeed, you are correct. But that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand, that would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in the lounge, a bomb in the form of the most distasteful toy.
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, for had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been
Immolated. Immolated. I don't actually know the definition of immolated.
It's probably like destroyed. Expunged.
Expunged.
Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me.
Okay.
Does Blackwell keep plucking feathers from the jailbird to stick in his mouth? Honestly, that makes sense. Because where's he keep finding these feathers?
He probably does.
That poor bird.
That jailbird.
It's like he's reading my mind.
As it is still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the evidence on hand.
Also, I know it's a domesticated bird, but that feather cannot be clean.
Oh, no. No.
You're getting all
Nasty.
kinds of bacteria,
all
disease from
sorts
that.
of disease.
Ugh.
However, note that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. It was a latte. Just kidding. Specifically a bomb detonation switch.
An entire latte in his pocket. Can
In
you
his
believe it? Yeah, 100% he was passed out. Someone attacked the little boy.
Yep.
Maybe because he found the bomb or something.
Maybe.
And then
Or
put
got
that
the wrong person.
in the other guy's pocket.
Yeah.
You found what?
Oh, what?
Ooh, what?
A famous posture, and this was
Shrimp pose.
a shrimp pose. I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and Detective Arms stumbled across the murder,
You could just chuck it across
so
the
he
room.
thought to hide it in his pocket, just like feeble-brained that he is.
No, Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Ah, my eye.
Oh, did Apollo just die? Justice Dono, open your eye and see the truth.
This appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosion. It's not. Having it on him is not irrefutable evidence.
No.
Especially if there was chaos going on.
Did they find him awake? That's my only question.
Yeah, were they both... Well, one of them wasn't conscious, but was one of them conscious?
Was either of them conscious when they were found? Because that changes everything.
Yes.
There has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
Still can't accept it. You'll believe in your client, come what may. Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
This has got
This has got to
this
be
has got to be trap.
this trap. It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game.
Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue.
Why do you say that?
Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve, too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
Then making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him. Why, thank you. Now let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself.
You can't say that stuff in court.
Famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck.
This court system is effed.
It's borked.
Witness, your name and occupation, please. Solomon Starbuck, an astronaut. How did this happen? Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony? Is that too sexual?
Maybe a little.
I like realized
doing it this whole
that
time.
was a little much. No. I was just trying to sigh. Well, unfortunately, no is not an option.
You're gonna have to give it anyways.
You're being accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder of Clay Terran. Please testify the allegations.
The drastic change.
Mind if I take this suit off? It's getting really heavy.
Silence.
Yeah, why is he wearing that?
Yeah, isn't he in jail?
It is not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins. Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your miserable life.
Sin weight.
Sin weight.
Dot, dot, dot. Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore.
Oh, wow. That was super negative. Is he gonna be alright up there?
Such a sad little boy. He'll be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say that he did it. That is.
Just gives up.
He's just like, I did it, I don't care.
Yeah, he's a little rocket boy.
Whatevs. I like his gigantic zipper.
I didn't kill him.
All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got to the order to evacuate.
Also,
I didn't kill Clay.
he definitely could have been leading them both into a trap because they were on the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor was the one that was bombed, so no one could have gone up.
Yeah, no one was going up.
Yeah, so someone could have come down.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to save him. So you assert you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim? But I bet you think I'm lying, right? I reserve all judgment until I've heard your full testimony.
We've seen you do otherwise, Judge.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think the judge doubts that.
Who would wear a suit like that except an astronaut? That thing is ugly.
It's ugly. I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous. Though I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy.
Your actor looked better than you.
You're ugly. Guess I'm just a big disappointment.
Goes full Emma.
I don't really care what happens anymore. Oh no, he's completely given up. Oh.
What a depressing fellow. If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sigh of yours would rub off the other inmates. On the other inmates. Like how it rubbed off on Prosecutor Blackwell a second ago?
Huh? That was Blackwell sighing? Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. Question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. It's time to find out the truth.
Gotta press him.
Press him.
You okay?
Oh, gosh. I kill him. What did with support clay over my shoulder?
Hold it!
Hold it! By support, do you mean emotionally? So that's what you're saying, is the victim was still alive at the time?
Well, yeah.
Of course, he was alive and well.
Silence!
If so, then you admit you took a man who was alive and well and silenced him permanently with this.
What? No. Ugh. Black hole confirmed. Dead ahead. Ugh. It's so good, Captain. I'm getting sucked in.
He's got PTSD.
Objection!
He does have PTSD. It's funny PTSD. Mr. Starbuck, you are not in space. Please give your testimony seriously. It was just nerves. Maybe I shouldn't have said he was alive and well. It's more like he was slumped over. Those are completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yes, they are.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, boop. Boop, beep, beep, beep. Elevator down to the middle level. That's 3.
Hold it!
Okay. Is that the elevator inside the launch pad area? That's right. We always use it to get to and from the cockpit.
That makes sense. So he's just using the route he always used.
In spite of the fact that there had just been an explosion,
Huh.
I think Mr. Starbucks is hiding something. Something pretty big.
Yeah, there's something weird.
I wonder if he's named after the Battlestar Galactica Starbuck.
He could be.
Clay had passed at the time we got to the order.
Hold it!
Passed out? Why was he passed out? Clay killed him. Probably because of the explosion. The noise and vibration were incredible. It's little wonder a person would pass out, right? I guess? Not that I know. I've been hit by a space debris. I just realized I'm starting to get like Neil Newbon from Resident Evil 8. Like, oh, I'm moving metal with my mind.
Oh, metal.
It's getting
You
close.
are. Just a little bit.
Yes, I see. I guess it does make sense that someone would pass out, especially if the person in question is Mr. Starbuck. Anyway. I kill Clay. I was trying to save him.
Hold it!
Hold it. Don't worry, I understand. I'll make sure everything turns out all right.
Everything else.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, everyone's glaring at me like I did it.
Apollo, you have to reassure him better than that.
How am I supposed to do that?
Try to imagine how he's feeling and use that to figure out how to boost his confidence. It's
Mr.
easy.
Yeah, what's the problem? Like it's hard?
Like it's hard?
Mr. Starbuck, think back to when Clay used to always say. It's time like these when he would repeat, "I'm fine" to himself. That seems super healthy.
Totally.
I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm
I feel good. I feel
fine.
great. I feel wonderful.
Yeah, I guess he does that a lot. Meh. But even if I shout it, Clay will still be dead. Yeah. Alright.
Oh, now he's doing it.
Oh, Apollo. Would someone please reassure me now?
Apollo, there's something strange about Mr. Starbuck's testimony.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's a glaring contradiction. What? I just wonder why it's there and what it means for our case.
Well, it doesn't look like he's lying, at least. Because I can tell because of my necklace.
Guess I'll have to show some evidence. Okay. Support Clay. Oh! Oh! Where's this one? He's holding the thing. He didn't just support Clay.
Yeah.
Present.
Objection!
I think. I hope. Praying. Damn it!
Nope.
Damn it! I'm a fool and an idiot. Who, me? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. I don't care. Just
Have no patience. Get out! out of here.
Just get rid of my life, please. Bravo. Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
I'm sorry.
You should just go penalty. And then be gone.
Penalty. Yeah, that's too long. I'll just pour clay over my shoulder, get us out of the rocket. Okay.
The race says, is it too late to save?
Yeah, it was to lose the life. Yes.
Well, now.
Now we can
Can
save.
we save now? We'll still only have the one gone, but that's fine.
That's fine. Okay. I think I took the elevator down. Whoops. Where's? But this was at the middle, where the elevator was.
Objection!
Objection. This is correct.
There you go.
Okay. We're just a little stupid. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Will that not be accurate?
No.
Oh, he looks like my father. Do you know what I mean?
When he's super surprised about something?
No,
or
just in
excited?
general.
Oh, just in general with like the rocket hair?
The rocket hair and then just like, I don't know, there's something.
I can see the rocket hair. I can see it. It's just red.
Because it's impossible
Gotta
for
dye
you.
your dad's hair red.
Yeah. He won't let me dye it fun colors.
What if we did the spray? It would wash
He
out.
might. Maybe.
Maybe.
Because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Justice? Please recall where the bomb went off in the launch pad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Engulfed.
Oh, you're right, which means... Yes! Also, I just realized that Apollo has like a mullet going on
Yeah.
that was not there before.
It was in the other game
Whoops.
before he ran away.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but whenever he was all like emo.
Maybe it looks like he has a mullet because he's wrapped his head. And it's like pushing his hair up.
Maybe, yeah. He's too edgy. Exactly. The launchpad's elevator would have been unstable. In other words, Mr. Starbuck, your test statement
Your test statement.
is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. Oh. What's with the helmet? Mission Command, your Rayman, please. Come in, please.
Objection!
Please.
Players,
This is Mission Command.
pull yourself together.
I order you to pay attention. Stop this nonsense and answer my question,
Answer
Mr.
the
Starbuck.
questions.
My oxygen tank. Oxygen concentrate, my body temperature declining, requesting medical assistance. Like, yeah.
He's having a freak out session. Somebody get this man
Oh,
some
it's
help.
bright. It's the white. He's dead. Sweaty.
Judge is like, let's take a
Mr.
brief recess,
Starbuck,
maybe.
we're not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up. You're not helping your case, dog.
Nope.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut.
Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing.
Sighing.
Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency of your statement about how you used the middle level elevator? Oh, I guess I didn't. I was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually took a
Shame.
different route, I think. Maybe it is only when he's surprised that he looks like my father. But he did for a second.
So,
Freaking out. A different route?
I mean, when your dad gets really excited about something, his mouth just goes open for a minute. Or when I say I
Sure.
haven't seen a movie and he gets really
That's
excited.
true. He
just
gets all
goes,
upset like, how could this be?
I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time.
Not a gay story like you've been delivering. I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean probably.
Kinda, sorta. Probably.
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you your accuracy is paramount in court. We can
Okay.
put you in jail for lying.
So tell us the truth, please.
Let's see, my escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. This is super believable. Maybe, probably. With a capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right. There's a ladder that spawns the upper and middle levels. Use the ladder to get the middle level. Unlike the... Luckily... I don't know. Why did I read unlike?
I don't know.
The fire hadn't raised the ladder, so they could make our skip that way. How did you drag a man down the ladder?
Yeah.
In the capsule you mentioned, I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here? Was the capsule that important to you that you'd... Oh my gosh. That you'd risk your life to take it with you? It's almost... I just need a reset.
Doing okay? Just reboot just a little bit.
Almost goes without saying, but yeah, the capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With a spacesuit on, Clay weighs a ton, but securing the capsule was also important. Is he just like built like a freaking monster under that thing? Because
Probably.
he carried a man and a capsule down a ladder.
Yeah, probably just baked.
I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is writing on your testimony.
Oh dear.
Maybe I'm guilty after all.
Oh gosh.
Don't say that in court ever. But if you can see the... I wonder if you could see the stars in prison. I bet it's more comfortable than a splash up.
No, you cannot.
It might be more comfortable than a spaceship, though.
Yeah, probably.
It seems a little tight.
No seeing stars.
Well, let's see. Escape route. Said before was a mistake. Remember now I took a different route. The capsule and Clay in my arms. Upper level. Oh, whoops.
So Mr. Starbuck escaped with Clay in the capsule, which means it's just like in the footage. I can see why he couldn't run, though.
Must have weighed over 200 pounds just by himself.
Yeah, and he had to support Clay, who was another 200 pounds. Plus, he had to ensure the safety of that capsule. I don't think I could have even walked under those circumstances.
Walking straight forward is probably about all I would have been able to manage. Apollo, be real. You wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, no, not even a little.
It's a mistake.
Hold it!
Okay. The upper level of the launch pad area? That's right. That's what it said, isn't it? Granted, that route does exist. So to recap, you had Clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your left hand. Yeah, it's really important, so I couldn't let it be burned up. So even though Clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. Why were they going into space with the space rocks?
I don't know.
They're taking him with them?
Yeah,
That seems weird, right?
that does seem a little weird.
I did the best I could with him over one shoulder and the capsule in my other hand. I don't think the meaning of what he just said has hit him yet.
You know what you have to do with that statement. Shove it. Justice Dono.
Shove it right up your bunghole. Yeah, I know. Well, I've come this far. No turning back now. It's time to present some evidence.
So Mr. Starbuck escaped with Clay in the capsule, which means it's just like in the footage. I can
we
see
already
blah, blah,
did,
blah, blah, blah.
We need evidence. Okay. Okay. What can we say? Maybe we're down to the upper level.
Something about the security with the police?
Which side? Wait, I have to... Okay. He's
were
on
you
his right
doing a
shoulder,
right
left
and
hand.
left?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up. Don't be mean to me.
You do little right and left tattoos.
It's not about that, it's about flipping it. Because I'm facing the opposite way as him, so I have to make a 3D model in my brain and turn it
Okay.
around.
Turn it around.
That's how I do it.
Okay.
Okay. I was just making sure it was left and right, because sometimes that's the stupid
Yes.
thing that does.
No, not that one. Do we have any other evidence?
Attempts to use, okay. Fingerprints. I don't know.
What's one more over?
This one? The stabbies.
Where's the third floor?
It's straight across
Yeah.
from where they were. I don't know what we could possibly do.
Go to the door. Power allows it to function even when power goes out.
I just realized something. It won't be now, but it will be later. It says it records any use of fingerprints, which means that's why this recorded, because he used it to open it.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to have taken his glove off to do it,
Oh.
which means that he would have fingerprints.
Yeah.
That's totally not yet, but what do we do?
You could save and maybe try the door.
Why does this say 2 on the floor?
What says 2 on the floor?
Just in that picture.
Oh, it does? Wait, go back.
It says 2, which means it would be Launchpad 2, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm even more confused. Okay. Which is why he's confused. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
We're like learning things too fast, I think.
Probably. That's why we're like, where do we go?
How could you mistake such a basic fact? Hey, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. But try thinking about the vastness of space instead. From Earth, it takes 4 light years to travel to our nearest neighboring star. Only 4? So you see, compared to the vast expanse of space, human error is insignificant.
Insignificant.
I wish he'd consider it just a little more significant than 0.
Enough jabbering. Get on with your testimony.
Ugh. Okay.
Hold it!
Maybe, probably. Did I hear you right, Mr. Starbuck? I'd say either of those things. Ugh. Mission Control, come in, please. Errors occurred in the sound system. Activate the emergency tin can telephone. Oh no, the tin can telephones are ineffective in the vacuum of space.
Silence!
Blackwell's like, stop.
Please.
Stop this nonsense or I will sever you and your tin can telephone.
Alright, I'm begging you. I'll tell the truth. Just don't sever anything.
Apollo, is he going to be alright?
No. I'm starting to think he's not. Let's see. So about when we were running away. Dude, like, this guy is like Apollo's hero.
Yeah.
This is such a disappointment for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Capsule and clay in my arms. This is the only place we can put evidence.
Yeah.
But what could it be? I'm gonna hit it again and just see what it...
It could be the picture of them.
Upper level of the launch pad area. There's the upper level. Down the ladder. Clay over your right shoulder and the capsule in your left hand.
And yes, he did.
Really important, so I couldn't let it get burned up.
Couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. He didn't.
He doesn't understand.
How did he get him down a ladder?
You know
without
what you have
both
to do
hands?
with that statement. Okay. I guess. Okay. I'm confused. Let's pause, or let's save. Just like the Wraith would advise us.
Just like the Wraith would say.
Because we're a little dumb.
If I need to look it up, I can.
Okay. I think we have to do this. Because it's a ladder.
Yeah.
Objection!
Objection! Are you that insanely strong? Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth? The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue. No, that's not right. So, I guess the Earth isn't blue? Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbucks, please. Grr. The oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Remember, submerge the oxygen tanks.
Oh dear.
Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him, or shut him up. One or the other. Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Ha. Not as long as this was along the escape route.
The ladder.
Take that!
Yeah.
Take that! To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Again, they were in Launchpad 2.
Yep.
Because we found the number 2. Of course, that was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
No. But how would that work? The time you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? He just got great balance.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him over 200 pounds. Ew. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Yeah,
Objection!
but you were on Earth, though.
Yeah, stupid. But the Space Center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus, climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear on one arm, while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Oh. So,
I guess you're
Mr.
right.
Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down the ladder with your arms full? Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth now. Engineer was not engineer. Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance of
Oh, whoops.
What the? He's flying the coop. Flying the coop. Help, I'm caught in the ceiling. Oh, help, anyone.
Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh, he's so dumb. Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned.
I'd rather prove his innocence so we can go to space again someday for real. Well,
Somebody get him down.
please. Police. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground? This is why you shouldn't have had him in his stupid supersuit.
Yeah, in his spacesuit.
Supersuit.
Space supersuit.
Spacesuit is what I meant.
In his super suit.
Because he has all this crap connected to him. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that. What's going on? This isn't Mr. Starbuck. Thus, Mr. Starbuck I know.
It appears Space Boy is prone to deception. Witness.
Witness! Yikes, yes?
I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't talk about that.
As medicine?
What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor?
Didn't I already state that Space Boy is ironically terrified of going into space? That's why he took some precautions just before the launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
We made him pee in a cup. Oh, I sense things are about to get about to nosedive.
To get nosedive.
To get nosedived, idiot. You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I've never took any medication, I swear. Bro, this is embarrassing. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. Oh, he was drugged.
Whoops.
How could that be? I still think he wasn't the one carrying the kid.
Yeah.
I think they told him that, and he was drugged, obviously, which is
Yeah.
why he was passed out.
Yeah.
And so he went, oh, it must have happened.
Yeah.
Somebody must have slipped them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember, because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened. What? Yeah, dude, you've been drugged.
Yeah.
You should be
The
more
only
concerned.
explanation.
Order in this court. We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony keeps changing.
Ugh, why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Huh. Maybe I really did do it.
Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body.
Dead body. It does. So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono.
Yeah, but you would have found he had like
Yeah, like bruises.
bruises and like a
He didn't just shove him off the
some kind of
freaking ladder.
Yeah, some kind of fall damage.
So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my, I see. Where's your evidence? And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
That's stupid. Drop the body down. Who would do such a disrespectable thing? Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself. Yes.
So you're capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct.
Really? Oh, thanks. Ah! Bird. Huh? What's this?
It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why. The explosion, maybe?
Yeah, it could be anything. You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body. This is such conjecture.
Further fracture. They fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
If they fracture easily, it could have been anything.
Literally are explosions everywhere in this building.
If that's true, the tank's explosion and the shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. Yet according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. Don't lie to me, Blackwell. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
The spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow. The fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Okay.
Okay.
So says you.
Objection!
Yeah. Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well? That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
It should. And yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way
That's
to its target.
stupid, Blackwell.
That's so dumb.
You're dumb.
It's like, oh yeah, well it just slipped through.
Yeah, it's just crazy that it was weak right there.
It's like a 1% chance.
What are the
Less than
chances?
that.
You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suits work.
How much knowledge would they have about how the suits actually work? Like, I feel like they know which buttons to push or which
Yeah.
things to pull, but that's it.
Yeah.
You don't know structural inconsistencies.
Yeah.
He's got me there.
And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped the body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. But there's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Turan. Clay Talon.
Yeah.
Here, the report regarding the astronaut's oxygen tanks. Consider it a send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
Patoo.
Patooey.
Patooey.
100% or 0% left. Defendant has 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder. No! No! Banana! I know things! Wait! I know things! Because I was paying attention to it. 50! It couldn't have been his because it said it
Yep.
had 80.
Yep.
They lied.
Liars.
I knew it. Because I literally was like, that 50 seems important. It's very bright and
Yeah,
colorful.
it's very bright and colorful, and we can see it very well.
It's you.
This report is pretty detailed.
Carried the victim, 80% full. Tank was functioning properly at the time. Let's see. The display at the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. I guess that means that these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen in the tank. Why do you know about cyan, Paolo?
Cyan.
I just called it blue.
It's a blue.
I'm done for. We'll go to prison instead of space. Space.
Space. Space boy.
Yes.
Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars.
You mean the stars are seen from prison?
That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time.
That's not have bad thought.
That's not half bad thought.
That's not have bad thought.
Thought.
Mr. Starbuck, Prosecutor Blackwell got him good. spaceship prison cell. Fly me, my guilt, and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then let's get sucked into a black hole together.
Objection!
Objection.
Objection. Shut up. Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope. Oh, yeah, Apollo. You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you were an incredible man. He said you never give up on your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. Yes, savant. So don't give up now. Help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you. Clay Turan. For Clay. That was easy.
You're wasting your breath.
No. Hergen. Rah! Rah! Rah!
He's having a crisis.
That was a weird angle. I'm good.
Everything's fine now.
Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now.
I can see clearly now.
The rain has gone. I could see all obstacles in my way. Mr. Starbuck. I feel like he should have like a better voice now.
Yep.
I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission.
He's like, I'm okay.
Everything's cool. Right, we'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. Hurrah! You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul. I'm on fire! I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself.
Wow.
The real switch up, dude.
Yeah.
This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down.
Balderdash.
The sun, the moon, all of space is calling me. Solomon Sol Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5. 5. 4.
3.
2.
1.
This is great. Lift
What
off.
is he doing?
I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's still insane, but
That
I
was really
enjoyed
weird.
that. Well, I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch.
Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
You simpletons are done massaging one another's egos.
Ew.
No matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness?
Gah, I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck has just made it back into space. Oh, that's so
That was
sad.
so cute. It's sad.
I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think. If the only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck, it's 2. And if Clay was already dead by the time the footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now let's see about the data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body at Launchpad 1. But if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here. Maybe it's the
the freaking footage.
super duper obvious
Enough of this
number.
farce, your baldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Objection! You stink!
You're stinky.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. But about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now. It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terran's had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Of course. Why?
You're a liar. And I guess it simply means that it's faulty as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Dono.
I love when he gets snarky.
Yeah.
When Apollo's finally like,
He's like,
I win.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean. I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory, because I'm blind.
I can't see anything.
Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the evidence the auction take reports stand in a contradiction to. Bam!
CD.
The compact disc. And how does this evidence present a contradiction? The problem is this part here.
The 50.
The number that's clearly not 80 or 0. Which also means that it's definitely the kid who's carrying him.
Mm-hmm.
Note that the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Terran. It appears to say 50. Yeah, but according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining. The oxygen in the tank increased? I see Your Honor finds it as strange that I do. It's bad enough that there's a contradiction. But the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical. Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence.
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining had increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase.
What?
But what does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that
It
it is
proves
the
everything.
defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection.
It proves everything.
Proves everything. I will bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by their rules. Either way, the
breaking out of chains.
God, you're a bad prisoner.
Bad prisoner.
Bad prisoner. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, the new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence.
In that case, do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen?
Yes.
You'd better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency as mere equipment malfunction.
Ugh. Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Probably not. Mr. Justice, if you cannot prove an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased? Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck had no memory of it, but he claims to have carried clay. So this man with the 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display on his action tank should have shown an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased. Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here? We already figured this out. Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting. Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased.
The victim was carrying the defendant.
Yeah, we figured this out early. What if it was the other way around? The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in the footage. But it turns out this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that Mr. Starbuck was Mr. Starbuck helping out Mr. Turan. But it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Turan at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boarding lounge. It was what? He's got that thing right up his butt.
Yeah, he does.
It's just like, whoop. Order, Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Turan?
Yes, it is.
It's the only way. It's the only way the riddle of increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%, and when the victim was found on the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
That means Mr. Turan was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence.
How short your memory is. Have you forgotten that you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
Objection.
He's in another thing. Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade.
Excuse me?
Was that like a wiener joke?
Probably, but he also is always being like, my blade of justice, or blah,
Yeah,
blah,
or
blah,
whatever.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigation.
Investigating.
But we have proven that Mr. Charon was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims and opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. There were 2 people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The 2 people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right?
I want to know what Yuri Cosmos looks like.
You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
100% Yuri Cosmos is the bad guy.
Yeah, they have a bad guy name.
Yeah. Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging. Seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first 2 people in the scene. To the scene. Score! Come to think of it, Detective Arm should be here in court right now. Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand? This is when the bomb went off.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So I'm like a little bit like waiting. Ah, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Was it me?
Yeah, you were
Oh, he talks like a robot.
Yeah.
I have an announcement, everyone. What is the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here. Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but. It's about to explode.
Explode.
Get the hell out of the courtroom, idiots.
Yeah. Get out.
A bomb now?
Everybody run!
I don't want to die.
Oh no, everybody's panicking.
Yeah, there's a bomb. Clearly everyone's panicking.
Everyone's panicking. They're still in their seats.
The chaos.
Headless chickens with a death wish, the lot of you. Calm yourselves afore all else.
Come on. Oh.
But come on, Apollo, let's get out of here.
What about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish? Dude, this could happen later.
Okay.
I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever.
Oh.
That's so sad. I refuse to let things end here.
Apollo, this is no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die. Come on, this way.
Hey, ouch. Let me go.
So she drug him out of there.
She's like, get
By
out of
the
here,
ear.
Apollo, you idiot.
That's-
Apollo.
Yeah. Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? Juniper, are you all right?
Apollo, no, not that way, you idiot!
Stupid? Ah! Ah! The end.
And then Apollo died.
That was it. He
That's
failed.
the end of all games ever.
That's the end of the Ace
That would
Attorney
be-
series.
Oh my gosh, just to be
Oh, wow.
continued.
Well, we
That's-
know what happened.
Yeah. The
Somewhat.
bomb went off. We had that whole other trial. And
I still want to know whose jacket he's wearing.
yeah. Yeah, whose jacket it was. That was kind of a short game, the Wraith.
Was it?
Yeah.
What time did we start? 2?
Yeah.
I would say we could do another one, but it might be really long.
Yeah, the next one might be a longer
might be like
one.
2.5 hours,
Yeah.
and then we're like really late.
And we're already having a great time.
Yeah, our
reading.
brains are already working. My voice is killing me. Like,
Really? We're
My
getting back
throat's a
into
little
it. It's
raw.
Good it's a short one. It's good. It's a
yeah,
short
we're getting
one.
back in. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. We'll go back to the games menu.
We don't want a little like sneaky peeky.
No, because the next
That's
one will
true.
just start.
I just want to know if the next one starts with 2D at the beginning. 'Cause I like when they start with a little mini so.
Yeah, the little like anime
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, we're on that one.
From 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at his silly little
It looks
outfit.
like a scary skull mask dude, but I'm pretty sure it's just the spaceship.
Yeah, that's an astronaut right there.
Yeah, it looks like a skull mask man with like fire eyes.
Why is Fulbright in the front of this one?
Because he was the main witness at the beginning.
Yeah, but he's always the main witness in the beginning.
I swear he doesn't show up until like the middle.
Maybe it's like why he was at the space station will be important.
Maybe.
What if it's Fulbright?
Fulbright did
He's the murderer.
That would be interesting.
That'd be crazy. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
It was fun. It was a good stream. I'm so glad we're back. We'll be back
Yeah.
next week also.
Yes.
Same time.